Bill Downie, guest way back on episode 40 of the Vincast, is with me here at Makers Muses. Thank you very much for making a bit of time.
Oh, my pleasure.
Bill, have you been involved with the Melbourne Food Wine Festival in previous years? Of course, there's the 25th anniversary.
Yeah, a number of times. Yeah, I don't do lots of events because the timing's so appalling, but yeah.
What have been some of the highlight events of previous years?
Oh, now you're testing me. I did a lunch with Victor Leon from Leho Fook last year or the year before, 2 years ago. That was pretty good fun. Yeah, that was a highlight.
Have you been involved with any of the other events this year?
No.
So, as far as Makers and Muses, what does Makers and Muses mean to you as a winemaker, someone who's been working in the industry for quite a while?
Well, I guess I've known pretty much everyone in the whole room for pretty much my whole career in wine. So, it's all Makers and Muses is a whole bunch of people who work together. You know, it's friends. This is how I know a big chunk of what I know. You know, is from a whole bunch of people in this room.
And many of the people here have been influences on you, and in turn you've probably influenced some others as well.
Oh, yeah, I've worked with heaps of people in this room. Yeah, worked with Bridgie. Bridgie started at De Bordeley the week after I did in 2000. Stewie and I have worked together for years. Pat and I still work together a lot. Ben Haynes, with the Save Our Souls brand, when he was at Yering Station. Steve Webber, of course. Ian Riggs, I spend a fair bit of time with. The list just goes on and on.
So since you were a guest on the podcast, which is a while ago now, how has the William Downie Wines story evolved, and with Gippsland, and you've got a new brand as well? Can you talk a little bit about what's been happening?
Yeah, well, we started selling some wine from our vineyard, the Gwendolyn Farm. A couple of small, not many bottles, but a couple of small releases. The big change is Pat Sullivan and I have leased about 5 properties in West Gippsland that add up to about 50 acres that we're farming together. And both of us in the next, as we got a bit of work to do in the vineyards, but in 2 years' time, both of us will only make wine from Bulwer Shire, from West Gippsland. That's it. There'll be no boarding grapes, no other regions, just wine from our own vineyards in West Gippsland.
And have there been some challenges, particularly in the 2017 vintage? How's that been for you this year?
No, 17's been pretty easy actually. Everything happened was the opposite of 16, where in 16 everything happened at the same time. It was incredibly dry, lots of nutrient deficiencies, so challenging fermentations. 17, everything happened slowly. Everything's pretty clean. Ferments were pretty healthy. It's not been too challenging at all.
Fantastic. And as far as some of the other fantastic winemakers, wine producers who are attending here today, are there any in particular that you've been looking forward to catching up with and revisiting the wines?
Yeah, heaps. I guess apart from the ones I've just mentioned, I don't know. It's a long list. David Lemire's here, so I haven't seen any of the Sean Smith stuff just recently, so I'd be keen to take a look at that, and keen to look at the new Yarra Yering wines, having not seen them since Bridgie left. There's heaps of stuff.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for making a bit of time, and hope you enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
Thanks, James.